Hi everyone, welcome back to Empowerment Network. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of October 2023. This is Comfort speaking to you from the United Kingdom. Guys, kindly let me know first thing whether you can hear me because I'm not very sure. Sometimes my microphone gets to act up, but I want us to really hear each other so that we can have this chat together. And of course, as you saw, my topic for today is saying we are going to look at what they say unlocking abundance and, of course, preparing our mind for wealth. So it just came to mind. I began to think. I like thinking a bit or going around with in my mind, trying to wander into certain places when Mr. Mubarak goes silent for a couple of days without coming out. So many things come to mind. What is he doing? And that thing that he is doing, what am I doing on my part, on my end? He is not expecting me in Hyderabad or in any of the offices or anything. But then I am expected to do something because this business is mine. And of course, I own it. And so I was trying to wander into the fantasy, into the peek, into the minds of a wealthy person. And first of all, obviously, we know wealthy. When you describe somebody as a wealthy or successful person, it means they have more than money. So how do they get there? They have so much money, they have property, they have assets, they have so many things. So what do we do? Can we borrow from that mindset? And what makes somebody healthy? How does somebody attain this level where people can refer to them and say that person is a wealthy person? One of the things which I saw, because Mr. Mufare also has these qualities, and so I thought that we should share this together. One of the qualities or they have or their attributes is that they value, they create value, and that is exactly what Mr. Mufare is doing. We have known him for many years now, since 2018, depending whenever you joined. You know that Mr. Mufare's thing is value, because what does he do? Ash focuses on solving problems. He focuses on creating values for others. For others, in this case, Ash creates value for every and anybody. That is why I can call myself a proud owner of a business like this one. That is why even my grandmother, my auntie down the village can be part of this, because there is value for them. There's something that they can do. There's something that they can do here in this business that will change their lives. And so that is Mr. Mufare mentality. And you can call him a wealthy person. You can think that he has the mentality of a wealthy person because he creates value, having everybody in mind. He actually concentrates more on offering us services, products, ideas that will improve our lives, and address our needs and all of those things. I remember when we just started ONPASSIVE, when we were still doing the presentation, this concern came, a concern though, from one of us in Papua New Guinea who said, listen, I do sell coconut. I'm just paraphrasing, but this is what she said. I have these coconuts that I sell. Maybe it could most probably be that she was doing that by the roadside. So how do I get my coconuts to this business so that they can sell it for me? Because I believe that this is what they are going to do, So she is trying to get to that level too. Yeah, and of course, why not? There is a place for them in here. That is how we know that art creates value, not only for a particular set of people, not only for a particular class of people, but for everybody and anybody. Because that lady who sells coconuts in Papua New Guinea is exactly like the lady in my country too, from down the coast, who sells coconuts, like my auntie who weaves baskets and sell, like the other auntie who sells fresh vegetables by the roadside. They have a place here. Like any millionaire, the companies, governments, businesses, they have a place here. Guys, why am I talking about this? Because if we think that Ash is busy, especially when he goes silent, he is either polishing up, adding up, shifting, moving, or readjusting such that you and myself can become wealthy. But if we don't adopt that mentality of a wealthy person, we will still be here when we are ready for wealth. We will see many people who have been working this journey for us become wealthy people and become references. So you remember this guy who used to struggle and that. I see him looking good, doing well, helping people in his community, changing lives in his family. What is he doing? What has he done to become a wealthy person? Because while Ash was doing this, he was spending time doing what? Networking and creating relationships with people who are successful, with people who know something a bit more than they do, such that they can challenge him. Like myself, I like somebody who challenges me. This person knows something I don't know, so I'm not letting you go. I keep tickling. I have a friend of mine. I will tell her that, listen, let's just pretend that you don't know me. Give me an interview. I want to get this job, but let's just go for it, because that is what she does for a living. And how do you let go of that kind of person? You learn a lot from them. You learn, and all of those things. So that when Ash is ready, Ash is not saying that you should go learn and how to build products because you are not a software developer. But then you need to learn to know what you have, improve on yourself, so that you have even you have that self-confidence to present yourself to people as a wealthy person, as a successful person. How are you going to help even people who are looking up to you when Unpassive is ready? Because you cannot pour out of an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. And so when you feed yourself with value, the value that will copy from our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, from many, many, many other successful people, from people, because everybody, I think by now, everybody should have at least a mentor, somebody that when you sit here like myself, I can sit down. If I start listening to these recordings, I can crochet throughout the night, just listening and nodding and listening and nodding. Sometimes when they say something that strikes me, I take down notes, and it's changing me gradually, because it's a gradual thing. It's a thing that takes us there, but then we have to do one step at a time. So I would like us guys, don't just listen to me. I would like you to actually take part in this. What are you doing? Preparing yourself, building yourself, and shifting your mindset from just a lay person, like from just comfort, already posing like a wealthy person, while Mr. Mufare goes silent, doing that thing for us, that tomorrow we come out like this and people say something has changed. So when that something changes, people should not only see you leave money by spraying money around, they hear you speak like a wealthy person. They see you behave like a wealthy person. They see you communicate like a wealthy person, because wealth comes with humility. They see you more humble and more, because if you don't come down and be to that level to accept that person you want to help, it turns into arrogance, and it's not help anymore. It's not love anymore, and so the mission is not accomplished. That is not what Mr. Mufara is here to do. So, guys, I really like us to talk about this. I found it really important. I just thought that we should do this. Wealthy people, they create solutions. They bring services, they offer services, they offer products, they offer ideas to improve your life. They don't care about money, because they know that when anybody gets the value, when anybody gets the solution to their problem that has been bugging them for a very long time, and all of those things, say, oh, this thing can solve my problem, then they would want to be interested. That is when now it converts automatically into the money that you are after. One of the attributes of a wealthy person that I found out is that they have self-belief. They believe in themselves. They have self-confidence. So this brings me back to a couple of days ago. I think it was Sunday during the Heroes webinar. Ash was saying that not Ash was not with us, Marty. Marty was saying that one of the things you need to do is have that self-confidence. If somebody offers you a car, say, this is a car, these are the tools that you need for this car. This car has I think how many horsepower, 20 horsepower vehicle. Here is it. Here's the key. Here is everything. And you take off just on the first day and keep driving on that. Then the problem is yours. You don't even believe in yourself. You don't believe that you own this. You don't believe that it can be yours. And so when you don't believe in yourself, how do you pass it on? How do you even move from where you are now to go up to that other level to show that, yes, truly something has changed? So, guys, while we wait for Ash to get ready, to tidy up, to readjust, to do whatever he is doing, let's spend this time on ourselves. Let's invest in ourselves. The good news is that nowadays, there's just a lot of information everywhere and for free. So let's just do something. Get a quick course. You have courses even on YouTube. You have free courses. Allison everywhere, anywhere. So let's just do something. Getting ready. posing as wealthy people, already talking like wealthy people. That is how we get there, and that is how we get prepared, both mentally, psychologically, and then physically. So I know that this sounds like a bit out of place, but I think that is important, guys. There's not so much that we can do, because whatever we want to do now is already ready. Ash is getting ready, especially when he's not here. Know that the moment he shows up, he is going to tell us something that we want to hear. So get ready, pose, like we've been saying year in, year out, get ready for the greatest shape of your life. This is one of the things. How do you get ready for the greatest shape of your life? It doesn't necessarily mean like your physical shape, physical outlook is just a tiny portion of the greatest shape of your life. The greatest shape of your life here includes personal development, education, self-education, and all of those things. I was listening to, I forgot, is it Jim Rohn or who? He says, formal education, when you have formal education, you get a job. But when you have self-education, when you self-educate yourself, you get a fortune. So this is the time. Sometimes you can see this fortune come your way, you hold it in your palms and it slips off because you have not educated yourself well on how to handle things like this. For example, we already have an idea if we know what Unpassive is all about. It's a great business that is going to change our lives. But then it's not going to come without shock, because it's going to many people's lives are going to change, get to that level where they've never been. So that if you've not been preparing gradually and trying to listen to people who have been there, or who have been somewhere near there, making money, building wealth, and so on, you can be overwhelmed and you get yourself even in trouble. You even fail, even with success in your hands. So, guys, what I'm just saying here, build yourself, develop yourself, build some self-confidence, and you can only do this by mingling with people who already know something that you don't know, or or people who don't know something and you have that thing and you are sharing it with them. Because from experience, when you teach, you learn even more than the student, because you need to do a lot of preparation. You need to look here and there to be sure that what I'm delivering is exactly what they need to know. And of course, so everybody, everything in this business, in this movement is a win-win. So guys, what do you think about the idea of preparing ourselves, like already posing like wealthy people, so that we get ready the moment we're out there, everything, or when Ash is here, we are already ready and everything is just rolling smoothly. So I just think that I really found it important. And of course, there's so many things. One of the things is continuous learning. You learn and learn and learn and learn. Learn, ask questions. Because one of the things, when you see, like for the past couple of months, especially since the month of June till now that I'm speaking, and even when our OES came back, many people have derailed a bit. You just go off track, and then you go seeking information from wrong sources. You go and dig deep, you get information that still news, which is either not true, or it's not based on facts, it's based on opinion. You don't even know the source of it, but because they mention the name of your business, you bring it into your platform, your forum, and cause confusion, instead of just listening to the people who have stayed the course, instead of just listening to the people who have been constantly and consistently there. Because whatever we know is what all of us know, we share amongst ourselves, so that God, we are like fire. If you've been in, but those of us who come from Africa, we cook using live fire, So if you light the fire, it's burning. The moment the wood burns and falls apart, if you don't put it back together to rekindle it, the light goes off, the coals die out, there will be cold, there will be darkness, and so people will get confused, people will derail. So if we keep burning and rekindling the spirit, burning and rekindling the spirit, then we are getting ready. I've learned personally, I have learned a lot. So many people have testified how much they have learned. Just learning how to talk to people. It's amazing how many people listen to you, and the type of people who listen to you, which if you are going to be like, oh my God, I'm not going to say it. But then we've been doing this every day, and we just feel okay. We're just like, sometimes I say anything, I will say it in front of everybody here, because if I make a mistake, I still feel safe, because either Collins would help me out, Martin would help me out, Oliver will help me out, so this other person will make another contribution, and we learn we teach one another, we learn from one another, and all of those things. So, guys, let's just do something. And I would really like to know what you think, because this is very, 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 very crucial. The transformation of mindset from just a mere me. Because somebody like me, when I joined this business, I finally understood what it was all about. I kept asking, how come I can be part of this? Because especially the part of the world, we know people, we know wealthy people around the world. They are difficult to come by. They don't sit at table. They don't share people tables with mere people, with down to earth, with normal people, human beings like myself, like yourself. But then the CEO that we have is the one that can dine with us, can wine with us. You can call him names, you can crack jokes and laugh and do every normal day-to-day stuff. Why not use that opportunity? Tap into his mentality. I'm always looking at him. I'm asking myself every day, like, what is his idea of leadership? Because leadership that I've known before now, it's been myself, it's been me, like, if especially I like going back. I am African, obviously, you can tell. Back in my continent, and especially in my country, Cameroon, if you have a human being in the caliber of Mr. Ash Mufara, it takes protocol, but then not for any person to break that protocol to come talk to him. But Ash is that person who avails himself to anybody who wants to talk to him. He listens, he gives you the audience, he listens, and he respects you. He respects you as a fellow human being, and not like treating you like a subordinate or a nobody, because either you don't have money, or you don't have what he has, or you don't know what he knows. So when we learn, because I learn a lot, when I look at Ash, I'm just like, God, this is just what I want to be. Because if you pick up this attitude, you build yourself to be like that, you will go depths, you will go places with whatever they are preparing us for. Because when we join with this mentality, but we have widened our scope, just covering the whole world. It just needs that somebody from Panama says, I am building a school somewhere in my community. We are all in, and we'll say, count me in, count me in, count me in. And before you know it, just like this, the school is put up there in this community, and your $1 is inside. That goes a long way. That means a lot. When you listen to Mr. Mufara, he says, you cannot change the whole world, but you can change the world of one single individual. That means a lot. That means just a lot. That means so, 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 so much. At least, I don't know where you come from, but wherever we come from, we know people whose lives need to be changed, whose lives that if you touch even with the least thing, it means a lot to them. Imagine the great transformation that is awaiting them, which they don't even know about. So how do we go about this? You cannot just wake up and run around. Let's say if you're a young person in your 20s, or just getting to over 20 years old, with trousers below your hips, and you move around, you want to help people, they're like, no, this one is not serious, and stuff like that. So let's try to develop this mentality of a wealthy person. It comes with personality, it comes with attitude, it comes with mindset, it comes with even posture. How do you pose yourself? How do you communicate? This is very, very, very important. So, one of the things that we learn, as wealthy people, the truth about wealthy people is that there's just no one, to the best of my knowledge. I don't want to say 100%, but a greater majority of them, before they get there and hit that target and get that name out there, they have always faced setbacks. But then guess what? The setbacks is what make them strong. Because if we know about Willie Joyce, a quote which says, a setback is a setup for a comeback. And so turn your mind, your moments of doubt and fear into times of triumph. Why? Because setbacks, they are fertile opportunities for growth. Because when you fail, you come back, you take a step back, you sit down, go back to the drawing board and look. Say, what did I do? Where did I stumble? How could I have done it better? You try again. You do a bit better than how you did last time, but it still looks not very neat. It looks a bit still untidy. You go back again And the moment you go there and get there and hit that target, you would have failed and risen so many, many, many times. When you listen to these people who speak to us, to motivate us, to encourage us, they tell you that what matters is not how many times you fail, but how many times you stand up when you fail, So a few things have happened. We've had a few setbacks, but then our CEO comes back every day with a smile on his face because he is permanently there. He says, I am consistent, I am persistent. I will go on and on and on and on until I make it. I will see it, we see the changes, we see all of the things, and we are just gradually waiting. Every day he comes out, tells us one thing, goes back to work, comes out. Just the fact that he makes himself available all the time to say, listen, I am here. And if I'm still here, then you should be there. Let's keep going. That's just the way to go about it. So, guys, let me see what my brother Mamodu says. When I'm talking by myself, I'm bad at multitasking, so I've not been putting messages on the screen. Brother Mamodu, welcome. He says, what I'm doing right now while I'm waiting is preparing my mindset, exactly, educating myself about my business, building my capacity, building relationships with like-minded people, and continue to engage. Those are the exact words. Those are the exact words. Change of mindset, prepare, self-education. Remember, I just quoted Jim Brown earlier on. He says, when you have a formal education, you make a job. When you have self-education, you make a fortune. And when you make a fortune, that's when you finally become, or you get to be called, a wealthy person, because you have a wealth of knowledge, you have a wealth of money, you have a wealth of properties and assets and stuff here and there, and you have a wealthy heart that helps people out of love, out of respect. So that is just powerful, bro. I think I really appreciate that. And of course, let's keep on doing that. Sometimes the things that you do to yourself, you don't see the difference yet, but when it's time, believe me, you are going to see. When the time comes, you will just discover that you are already ready because you're already behaving different. This is not a joke. This was about 2 years ago. I was talking to a friend that we have been together for so long who doesn't believe in this business. So sometimes he told me that you speak different now. You sound like a wealthy or rich business person. I say, yes, because that's what I am. I own a business. You know it. So we were laughing. We really laughed out seriously. He doesn't like my business. I don't mind, but we are still friends. You don't like my business. I like it, and I'm not stopping at anything. So go your way, I go mine, but we are still friends. And so I think that we all are doing well. We should keep on doing what we are doing. Like the powerful thing our brother Mr. Momodo is saying here, that is just the way to go. So guys, nothing is wasted. Time is only wasted when you use it to do negative things, because even one of the beautiful things too about wealthy people is the attitude of gratitude. Sometimes things can go really sour. Things can go really sour. They can go stinky smell. What do you do? In every dark cloud, there's that silver line. Trace it out and focus on that silver line. There must be at least one positive thing, because again, I've learned from mentors that what you see is what will multiply. If you keep seeing wrong things, that is what will come up. It's just like what you type on social media. What you watch on YouTube is what artificial intelligence advertises to you on daily basis, minute by minute. They push them onto you. But then, what is that thing that you are searching for? That's what they will push to you. That's the same thing that happens in our lives every day, from my understanding of that. So let's just focus on just one positive thing, and so our minds, I don't know where it comes from, you will push more of them. Say, you looking at this one, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? And before you know it, you appreciate those positive ones. Many, many more ones come, because positive thinking goes with positive energy. When you're on negative energy, you're just wasting, you burn out and struggle, nothing is happening. But with negative energy, appreciating what you have, what you are seeing, and all of those things, appreciating people who are working for us. The last week was just trending with people sending messages of appreciation to the CEO and his new formidable team. That is just the way to go. So we are here to stay. We're great people. We are wealthy people. Let's just do our part and complement whatever Mr. Mufara is doing for us. And of course, things will never be the same again. I appreciate you all for joining me. And it can be really difficult. I'm better at making people to talk. When it comes to me talking, I just feel like all right. But then I'm happy that you guys had the time, at least you spent the time with me. I really appreciate you all. So a few shout outs. Hello, Ashok Kumar, you're always here, very consistent. Thank you guys. Yasim Afif, welcome. Thank you, my sister M. Kelly. I badly want you here. I think I need to come over to Canada and get you on camera, actually live, and then we shout out all the way from there. I'm not joking, sis. You need to show up. You need to show up at some point. Hello, my brother MD Kashim. I'm bad at calling names. Oh, my dear sister Janet Butler. Hi, sis. Hello, everyone. Lisa Gibbs. Thank you guys for joining and supporting. Thank you for the appreciation. Thank you so much, sis. Diane Michaud, bonjour. Hello. Oh, my sister Amina. Hi. I'm trying my best today. Martin Pierre, greetings to you, brother. Yes, I know you, bro. We met in Worcester last time. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Amina again. Madam Comfort, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Thanks. Hello, my sister Cynthia. You need to come back, sis. We needed a few more part one, part two, part 20 of you because you actually put us on fire last time. I think you need to show up again. We should be waiting for you anytime soon. So, guys, the doors are open each time you want to come up to any of ours. You join me to join whether Marcian is also doing something in French, guys. So the French community, if you're better with French, Marcian Emabu does something in French. Today is Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So he does something in French. She does something there in French, which is very, very interactive. And we have English speaking guests. And our sister Francine helps with interpretations. So when we have time, let's stop there and see what they're doing. Hello, Sister Keba. Welcome. It's been a while. I just love you all, guys. Thank you so much for joining in and supporting. So let's keep on keeping on. Let's prepare ourselves. While Ash prepares us, the moment we are ready, it's just going to be a whole. There will not be time. You will not say, "Oh, I'm finding a gap here. I need to rush around and fix it up and prepare this and that before I get ready." It might be late. We just need to go. Stand up and go. That's why this time we have is to prepare ourselves. Hallo, Ivana, grüß dich, wie geht es heute in Deutschland oder Kroatien? Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And love you. See you soon. I'll try to come a few more times. I will try to see how it goes when I'm sitting here and talking by myself. Before I forget, always be mindful of your health because you always enjoy your wealth when you're healthy. Yes, brother, at least indeed. That one's one of the most powerful ones you cannot forget. I've been listening a lot to these guys, and that nearly all of them, if not all of them, whatever list they give you to prepare yourself to be successful, to be a wealthy person, to be this, health is always one of them. Health is one of them. Rest is one of them. So when it's time for it, go for it. Just do it, because no health, no wealth. What do you do with health, with wealth, without health? The people who are looking up to you, they might be the ones who leave wherever they are to come and take care of you. That's not what we want. So somebody's greeting me here, right? Mouth to ear whispers, me chat anyway. Nkambe, boy, what's that? So somebody's speaking to me in my language. That's very interesting, and it feels very warm to me. So thank you, guys. I was trying my best to give a shout out, but I cannot shut up. I don't know. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining and for supporting me. So I'm coming back tomorrow. If I get somebody, fine. If I don't, uh, it's fine. There's somebody I'm really missing. I hope they come back. There was shortly before there was some time I went silent for a couple of weeks. I was really planning a nice outing with somebody. I've totally forgotten. I've been searching. I don't know how to get them again. So I'm talking like that, and you're here, and you know that you are here. Please kindly come back, because we really need to put up this discussion. And guys, just give us ideas, give suggestions. If there's something you have in mind that you think you want to share about our business, how it's going to change lives, be it your family life, with your community, or just change humanity as a whole, whatever thing you have in mind. Just show up, contact me. The best way to communicate could be by dropping a comment. When the comment is here, it's easier to see, or on Facebook Messenger, because WhatsApp is inundated. It's quite difficult reaching or receiving messages and reading through all of them. So, guys, thank you so much for your support. Love you, and of course, you can be boy. So you need so thank you so much. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening from my side. Have a wonderful late afternoon for you guys in North America and everywhere else. Love you and see you soon. Bye.